Okay, we're through the Slavs. Now comes the Goths. The notorious, infamous Goths. I'm really. Oh, man. I thought okay, I've just played a infantry civ and I was really fed up with it. Now here comes the next one, and it's probably even worse of a one-trick pony. The Goths. Okay. Let me think about the Goths a little. Here we go. Where are they? Well, I think I don't have to run you through the tech trick because I think you might already know everything you need to know about the Goths. But basically, they are an infantry one-trick pony shining in post-imp because of faster working barracks, anarchy and perfusion, of course, and plus 10 population space and the insane discount they get on Imperial Age infantry. The only trade-off is they don't have the last armor upgrade, and, well, they even have this versus buildings attack bonus, which is so nice, so that basically infantry unit can take out everything. And I think before I jump into the AI game, I want to try out a couple of things in the scenario editor, because I really want to know how this cost-efficient thing does as opposed to the quality of the infantry. Let's say if I have minus 35% infantry, like if I go champion, my opponent has generic champion or even better champions than Goths, who would come out on top. As I can reinforce pretty fast. I don't know if it's still a good trade for the Goths. I think so, but then I also have hand cannon. This might just be better, probably, because archer armor could be used for hand cannoneer, but then on the other hand, it's maybe not even necessary, because if you're facing champions, don't probably need pierce armor too bad. Then I'm thinking about, there is nothing really they can do besides that. They do have Bloodlines Husbandry, but they are like in the last archer. Probably one could argue Hussar might be an option if the enemy is really heavy on hand cannoneer to counter the late game, but usually hand cannoneer is also a late game unit, which is hard to get to. And of course, everything is rotating around the Huskarl with the Goths and the Castle Age technology. So, long story short, I will need a castle as Goths very soon to make Huskarls, but even more important, get Anarchy, so I can get Huskarls in the barracks, and Perfusion. So, this brings me to the thought how to play this civ. And with the three usual build orders I use, man-at-arms, scouts, or defensive archers, I think it's pretty clear that here we have to go for man-at-arms opening. Drush would also work, but I can't handle a Drush in Dark Age, so let's say I can't handle a Drush because I'm simply not good enough. I think I'll consider to add that to my repertoire once I might, if that's ever going to happen in this life. I don't know, but if I reach like 1700 level or something, I could consider maybe trying to practice a Drush, but for so long I'm pretty overwhelmed with trying to control my man-at-arms, even if I'm out of Dark Age and that stuff, I can't handle it. So Drush is out of the way, simply execution-wise. And then, well, archery range, what do I have here? Well, I have fully upgraded Elite Skirm and fully upgraded Crossbowmen. I just don't get ballistics, I don't get thumbring, but actually, the range is not too bad. I could play full-on Castle Age archers, even. And I would even get Bracer and Ring Archer armor, so my skirms do actually do decent versus... I mean, it's fully upgraded skirms, basically, without thumbring, so it's good to know that already. And it's also good to know that besides of the armor upgrade, the cavalry is not too bad. It's just not top-notch. And I don't have any bonuses for that, which makes them kind of inferior to all the other civilizations out there. I should probably stay away from the Siege Workshop at all, because, I mean, I don't want capped ram and that stuff if I have attack bonus versus buildings. And that's kind of the first thing I want to try out. As I need a castle anyways, I think I might be able to produce 1 or 2 trebuchets if need be. But what I want to really try out in this scenario editor before I jump into games with Goths is... am I recording? Let me double check. Yes. What I do want to check out in the scenario editor though is if I can actually take out buildings with huskarls. Units, let me see, huskarl, elite let's first of all go castle age, huskarl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've had 20 castle age huskarls and an enemy castle. Where is that? Oh no, let's not put it here. Let's put it somewhere where I would actually have to go through the castle fire. Let's say I'm Goths. Starting age, castle age. And my enemy is castle age as well, and is, yeah, anything, maybe Poles, don't know. And, oh, does this test work? Yeah, probably. Okay, so first of all, 1 huskarl died to the arrow fire, which is bad. And then let me see how long it takes for them to take out a castle. I think it takes about 2 minutes or something to get through a stone gate. With knights, maybe 1:30. I think step lances can do a little bit faster because they are not clumping up as much. Oh, but having 20 huskarls take out a castle in 1 minute 15, 1 minute 30, yeah, I think. So it is an option to consider go full castle age versus castles, because you can potentially take them out with an infantry spam. So if you get to 200 pop in castle age, and I mean I just wanted to know if that's an option, if it's possible to take out castles. That doesn't mean that I want to do it every time. Now let's see what happens if I have 20 long swordsmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. I think first of all they're going to die hard to the castle fire, but I might micro them just a tiny bit. Because I would potentially do that if I'm approaching a castle like that. Huskarls took about 1 minute 30 to kill a castle. How long are longswords going to take? Let me just quickly compare how much attack they do have even. 60 HP, 10 attack. Wow, that's actually good. Yeah, 9 attack, so potentially the huskarls should be faster. Or do they get more bonus damage versus the buildings? I don't know. It's about the same, but it should be possible to take out castles with longswords. So, I should not be afraid of trying this. If it happens so that I have to go all in castle age. So now let's take this to post imp. Where's the elite huskarl? Elite huskarl. Give me 20 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Then players, then we make it post-imperial age, and let's see how fast this goes. So still one Huskarl dying to the castle fire. Oh, they have murder holes, of course. Even though this is very unlikely to happen. Okay, I would potentially be able to spam even more Huskarls. And I don't know if murder holes are really going to happen. But it's about the same. Like, if my Huskarls didn't die to murder holes, it would be even faster. And with murder holes, it seems to be close, but I think they're still going to be able to take it down. And yeah, actually just even a little bit faster. So that brings me to the conclusion that I will not really be needing siege. I could use a trebuchet or two to push the initial castle, but once I get to the infantry spam, I actually don't even need siege. This is, I think, why it's such a beginner-friendly civ, because you don't need a huge amounts of army control. You can basically just spam these units once you're there and take out anything you want with them, once you have an overwhelming mass, of course. So they're dying to hand cannons, then I know that I could potentially use hussars. So mix in some hussars, mix in the own hand cannons, like those kind of options, or fully upgraded skirmishers even. I would just have to be careful not to overmake them, but I think actually skirmisher are a better idea than hussar, because I might also face champions, so I want to get archery ranges out anyways for hand cannons or for elite skirm if I'm facing hand cannons. So let's try this out once again. Units, let's keep it at post imp and have a elite skirm by the Goths fight an hand cannon by, it doesn't matter if it's a Polish hand cannon. Oh, they actually do get it. Hand cannoneer, where is that? Hoofnies, that's a bit too heavy. That's the most obvious counter to Goths, and I have player 1 elite skirm. Can I kind of counter that with equal numbers? That's the question. Elite skirmisher. Why doesn't he shoot me? Okay, but this is tons of bonus damage. Well, I don't know. No, this didn't work out as intended. Let's make some forest around these, so... probably now they're going to fight. Well, at least he made it so that I can't fight him. 17 damage to 35, and it's melee, so he's basically 3-shotting the elite skirm. Yeah, I need more skirmishers. But still, I think that there is a certain point in making either hand cannons or skirmishers myself, so that I'm then on the other hand just not vulnerable to masses of heavy cavalry or, yeah, cav archer. I don't know anything. Like I'm not too sure if it's hussar or if it's elite skirm. But maybe that also develops throughout the game, whether I have blacksmith upgrades on the archer units. I mean, I will have the attack upgrades at least on the cavalry already, so don't know, maybe that's even faster. I think I can see that on the fly, but those two options are there, to either go hand cannons or to go hussar. Well, and now I want to think about one more thing with the Goths, because as I want to reach castle age rather quickly and drop a castle, I think I could consider one strategy that I haven't considered yet, which would be trush into castle drop, either defensively or offensively. So I'm going just to test out if it's versus an easy AI. I don't even care for the AI right now. This is just for the sake of trying out a build. I want to see if it's possible to go 20 pop-up generic feudal. With Goths it would be 22. Oh, I need to remember Loom. Somewhere in there. No problem. If it's possible to go generic 20 pop-up. And then somehow find a easy to pull off build which will get me to Castle Age rather quickly. I'm thinking about like Villager 35 or something already. Putting me on the way up to Castle Age. Setting me up for Castle Age already. Still I'm trying to learn how to scout. This way I can try to scout the AI. So it's a good thing. For the sake of the build order, I'm going to try a defensive tower rush, which doesn't make sense. And I could potentially also do it offensively, of course. Which will be more realistic in a real game, because, I mean, if I do a defensive tower rush, that's a free invite for a fast castle of my enemy, and, well, that's bad. What is this? Harold Bluetooth? So nice to have Loom already, so I don't have to be too afraid of my villagers dying all the time. And of course I can always go man-at-arms. It's not like that's the only strategy I can go for, have to go for. I'm just thinking about if I'm playing against Turks or something, it might be a very good idea to do that. I mean, I could also go long swords and skirmisher, but then I'm just lacking mobility, which is not too good from the get-go. So I'm thinking of a build order like going 20 pop up, then sending 5 builds to make towers, sending 5 builds to stone, keeping 5 builds on food and 5 on wood, something like that. Just very simple, so I can remember. And then I'm thinking like, how about getting up to 12 farms, and then making a blacksmith and a market and go up to Castle Age if that's possible. Like if that's working, that would be very nice. So now I need 21 pop as I'm Goths, or does this even work without an eco bonus? I think I should have been scouting my enemies for a long time already. Yeah, I need 21 pop, definitely. This can go here. Yeah, of course. It's really good I realize it now. That this will of course not work. Okay, and I can't click up, so we'll need the house. But now I don't have to make another villager, I think. So just for next time I know, I need to make one more house so it works out. Okay, now my feudal age plan could be something like I make defensive walls around the resources I'm taking. I leave these 4 here. I get 1 to mine stone. probably 4 to mine stone. And then I need 5 forward. Do I make it defensively now, or do I make it forward? Well, it honestly doesn't really matter. I make it defensive for now. Come on, easy AI, don't steal my sheep. I'm just going to keep there somewhere where they like this is an eco balance that I could imagine works. They would make a house on the way. They kind of my builders now. I neglected my scouting a little. I was taking it too easy. I need to scout my enemy, of course, if I'm trushing. These 5 idols are obviously those. And now I would make the first tower. And then it would be like, okay, I use all the extra wood I have to make farms. Maybe get these 2 crucial eco upgrades beforehand. I'm just trying out if this build kind of works. It's not that I'm looking for something which is genius, or it's just yeah, I now have enough stone for another tower. These towers are absolutely garbage. Well, I'm guarding this gold at least a little bit. Okay, yeah, I should maybe. Okay, don't know. Next thing I'm going to tower is the stone. It doesn't matter what I tower. I'm just trying to see if it works out with 5 on wood. Or do I need more on wood, or do I need more on stone, or I have no idea. But I think like 4 on stone is actually a good number. I'm getting a new tower here. That could be a good tower, then moving on to the berries. Like I imagine if I had already made 3 towers in my enemy space. I want to, at around 30 villages, be able to queue wheelbarrow and probably click up. Let's see if that is somehow realistic. But it seems very good that I can have 5 villagers walking around making houses and towers. And it seems to work. That's a little bit short on wood. But of course I'm making farms all the time. I think it's very important to have horse collar before that, but it seems to work out just fine, so you have horse collar. Maybe I don't overdo it with the farms. Maybe I just do 1 ring of farms, so 8 farms. Because I have the feeling it will be pretty hard to sustain all this. Sorry. And I tower my one and only wood line. 14 minutes right now, 30 villagers. Let me see if this works. If I have 30 villagers and then I'm queuing wheelbarrow. And now I'm using the wood for a blacksmith and a market to click up. If I can get a decent castle age time with this, that would be so nice. I will need the market, of course, because I'm not on gold. I think that's clear right now. Yeah, this will not be possible, so I definitely do need more villages. I could potentially make another tower. So maybe 33 vills is kind of the number that I need to go for. Um, I might try to take some of my enemy's gold with these villagers. Maybe 35 is realistic. Okay, now if I just idle for a bit, I sell a bit of stone. And make a useless farm with these villagers, and now I'm garrisoning and clicking up. Oh, not even that's working. Oh, come on. Okay. So let me quickly recap. Getting the eco upgrades first, having maybe 6 or probably even 8 on wood would be better, maybe, but I just don't have these vills. Trying to take some of my enemy's gold so I don't have to heavily market abuse would be very nice. And then no, I think I'm going to have either 5 or 6 on wood. I stick with this kind of concept for most of the time, I think, because I'm clicking up before 20 minutes. But now I would need to be taking stone in the safety of my tower rush. Let's pretend there was another stone. I haven't found my secondary stone. Yeah, this is too far forward. Okay, anyways. Then I'm just taking this right now. Because I need not 4, I think I need 10 on stone so I can drop the castle, or at least 8 maybe if I have this. The 8 farms, 9 farms would be enough. No, I can actually afford more farms, I think. And this is the graphical bug. Yeah, 8 on wood. I think I have 8 on the one wood line with the 1 tower. Like that kind of concept. And then clicking up at around 35 villages, maybe even idling the TC a little bit. Don't know, I think it doesn't really matter too much. The question is if I buy a little bit of stone, if I can get Huskarls out fast. Tower rush into 20-minute castle drop, 21 minutes, maybe 22 minutes. Don't know if that's an it's definitely not an optimal build. But I think I'm too lazy to really figure something out for a Civ that I don't really like to play in for a strategy, which I consider a little bit of cheese and a little bit unnecessary. But still I want to have this under my fingers, just in case I realize that opening men-at-arms into archers or something is just simply not something which is going to get me into the late or mid-game. Because I think that's always what Goths can do to make the game really messy. And of course they can also go men-at-arms towers and all that, but I think I don't want to play men-at-arms towers because it's simply too slow. Okay. Let's first of all do one Goth game versus the AI and see how that goes. but not the easiest, of course, but the extreme. And this time I'm trying to... Oh yeah, see, this is Goths versus Japanese. I, of course, have the cheaper infantry, but the Japanese has the better infantry. So what to do now? And I'm right off the bat thinking if I go man-at-arms, I would definitely have to go defensive 4 man-at-arms, because my Japanese enemy is very likely to go offensive 3 man-at-arms. And in case my enemy is even going offensive 4 man-at-arms, I would have to go at least defensive 5 man-at-arms, and I think actually even 6, because 4 Japanese men-at-arms might beat 5 Goths men-at-arms. So what I'm thinking here right away is it's not really a good idea to go men-at-arms versus Japanese as Goths. So what comes to mind next? Scout opening versus men-at-arms. Also pretty useless. So it's probably this messy tower rush thing. That requires me to scout my enemy's map pretty well beforehand. Oh, I can insert loom already. I should. I kind of like this no auto scout thing. It's still hard for me to get used to it, but I feel like the mechanic overall feels just much smoother. Yeah, I like it. It's just a little bit... I'm just not used to it yet. A little bit hard to get used to. As I think it does require a lot more APM. But then on the other hand, like, just clicking fast is probably not difficult, but clicking precisely fast, that's what's difficult. I need 2 houses, I need to remember that, even if I go 20 pop, theoretically, because with Goths it's 22 pop, it's 21 pop. So 20 pop generic feudal becomes 21 pop generic feudal. It could be nice to have 6 on that. Oh, come on, misclick. Bad misclick. I need a mill. Once the second boar is in, I have 4 sheep already under the TC. Under the TC, that's nice. So I can start to scout my enemy, and I really need good scouting information. Because I need to find something, preferably berries or just a wood line I can deny with a tower. That would be so good if I could sneak behind a wood line and deny it. Nice, no need to force drop anymore. Like, that was a clean Dark Age, honestly, I liked it. I hope that I don't need a force drop now, because then things are going to be so smooth. But I think I will have to. Okay, nice, I found my enemy already. Oh, that's... I'm just gonna rather... Yeah. We'll have to force drop. Main stone. Well, also something, some nice spots to hit with a tower rush is the stone, of course. Well, this is bad that I can't click up. I mean, it could have been cleaner, but... Okay, I need to have a really, really clean Dark Age so I can click up. Need to remember that. Or maybe push a deer. So, now let's reconsider. For Tower Rush, I need 5 on gold. I need 4 on stone. That's what I was gonna say. I need 6 on this wood line. That's nice. And then I need a couple forward. And I think my first objective is going to be these exposed berries. I like that. So I take 5 of these vills, make them control group 2, and make them build a house on the way. Here is a wood line I can go to next. That's nice. So I think I'm going to... Yeah, I have to stay out of vision, out of the radius for now. I would love to make it on a hill, but I think that's not really an option. Okay, it could be. Yeah, let's try to make it here. Let me get the eco upgrades and then let's basically try to make farms ASAP. So it's very nice I have this tower walled in already. So the next objective can be the wood line. Maybe I need to scout around now. Oh, that's nice. I can just make the tower behind the wood line. So they go here, they go back, they make this. And I need a house, of course. Maybe I can... No, I can't. Oh, well, this is helpful. Now making a couple of houses and seeing what my enemy is going for, because I might need to prepare for some defense at home. Yeah, a little weird this build. I think 6 on wood is actually too much. Maybe 4 on wood would be also fine for the early game. Yeah, so he's really rushing this one. And I want to go to the next resource ASAP. Blacksmith. And then market also soon. And, well, he will be on a gold, probably on this one. Yeah, he towered it already, but that's pointless. Now getting the market. And then I think as I have these upgrades, I can basically go for wheelbarrow and click up. Oh, that's nice. There's 30 villages. So far every tower has been denying a resource and has been a pain in the ass. I think this house will never be finished, by the way. I'd rather make a new one here. 5 farms. I think I want to have 12 farms in total later. And so there he's making a new mill, so I try to deny that as well. How many farms is that now? 12 farms. Alright, so the rest is going to be done by... He's chopping wood here in the wild, that's crazy. The rest is going to be done by the market. Yeah, okay. Berries expire. Okay, yeah, why not get a new lumber camp? Not on gold, though. I could try to be on gold soon. Mm. 35 was the number I could click up with. I thought, well, this glitching out of the AI is ugly. 'And yeah, I just make one more villager. I sell some stone, and then I just wait until I can click up. Okay, so this time the AI is really rushing it down. Probably I can actually repair it still. Okay, this was one vil faster than what I tried, and before 20 minutes. So the question is, will my enemy be able to be Castle Age first? I think I just need gold after I got the castle up. So getting stone mining instead could be nice. And then I need a position, somewhere to put my castle where I reach the town center, and I have my villages protected, so this could be very nice. Could already start to make walls, so that's going to be a bit easier for me to do. So he can't easily interfere. And then I think I need to sell some res, buy some of this, and get a 22-minute castle on his TC, which in a real game could definitely be annoying. Yeah, nice. So this is a castle that is going to be very hard to be stopped. And then I can now consider to pull some off it. I think Huskarls need about 8 on gold. So I'd just rather get a bunch on gold, get the eco upgrades I need, and then now go 1 TC Huskar. Now actually go multiple TC already. I mean, why not? I think it's good to have this annoyance in front and boom behind. That would be so good if it's possible to pull this off. Getting the upgrades for the Huskarls could already be nice. Yeah, and getting another town center would already also be nice. And potentially I just wanna not make it too complicated. Get a Pointier, garrison these, probably get fletching so my castle can do something, and have it attack the town center. Alright. Yeah, it's not really possible to rush down this castle, I think. I'm going to be needing a lot of wood, a lot of food now, because I'm trying to sustain 3 town centers and 1 castle household production. Potentially also want to get the upgrades, so I think my eco at the moment is not really made for it. Well, if he's not gonna reach Castle Age in a second, that's actually really bad then. Don't even have a barracks yet, but I think I'm just going to get the upgrades for the households way later. Is he trying to rush that castle? I don't know. Makes no sense. Well, it's the AI. Of course, the AI doesn't know how to handle this. And the question is, do I get another TC even? Why not? Like, I think in this spot, it's just absolutely right to just boom on. I mean, first of all, I should probably get a lot of farms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no point in actually pushing this further. I mean, but anyways. Let me buy some food so I can sustain this. I think I don't need so much to sustain his cow production. Nice. I think it's the fastest time I've actually managed to beat the extreme AI. 28 minutes is a very early resign for her. Well, so I don't know. Just all things considered, with Goths, I can either go man-at-arms into archers, into heavy castle age play, because that's what's gonna happen, because no one's gonna let me boom with Goths. If I reach late game, I go for full infantry spam, of course. That's as clear as that. And if I manage to castle drop and boom behind with a tower rush strategy just like this could also work out fine. Okay, so I'll take this to the ladder.